Moms, what did your teenager do that changed everything? I checked my son's browser history only because his grades were falling. That's what I told myself. Kevin had always been a straight A student, practically raising his hand before teachers finished asking questions. Then suddenly, halfway through sophomore year, his grades plummeted. Failed tests, missing assignments, teachers emailing me about him sleeping in class. When I asked what was wrong, he'd shrug. Nothing. The universal teenage answer. So one Tuesday while he was at basketball practice, I opened his laptop. I wasn't proud of it, but I was worried. Maybe he was looking up drugs. Maybe he was being bullied. Maybe there was something, anything, that would explain the dramatic change in my son. I wasn't prepared for what I actually found. His search history was filled with phrases that made my blood run cold. How to end yourself without pain. Most effective ending methods. And the most recent, from just that morning, how much Tylenol is lethal. My hands shook so badly I could barely read the screen. More searches revealed he'd been researching ending methods for over a month. The timestamps showed many searches happening in the middle of the night, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., when I thought he was sleeping. I scrolled further back, trying to understand. That's when I found searches from 3 months earlier. How to tell if you're gay. What to do if your parents are religious and you're gay. The pieces clicked into horrible place. My son was gay, and he was planning to end himself because of it. I closed the laptop and sat in his room, surrounded by the basketball trophies and honor roll certificates. By all appearances, a perfect teenage boy's room. But now I could see what I'd missed. The pain hiding in plain sight. The forced smiles in recent photos. The dark circles under his eyes. I thought about my husband, a deacon at our church who regularly praised our pastor's sermons about the sin of homosexuality. I thought about how just last Sunday, that same pastor had preached that homosexuals were abominations who would face eternal damnation. Kevin had been sitting right beside me. The garage door opened downstairs. Kevin was home. I wiped my tears and went down to meet him. Hey buddy, I said, trying to keep my voice normal. How was practice? Fine. He wouldn't meet my eyes. I thought maybe we could grab dinner, just us. That Italian place you like? He looked suspicious. We rarely did spontaneous things. Our family running on the strict schedule my husband preferred. Why? Just about been a while since we hung out. At the restaurant, Kevin picked at his food while I struggled to find words. Finally, I reached across the table and took his hand. Kevin, I need to tell you something, and I need you to really hear me. I took a deep breath. I looked at your computer today. His face drained of color. He tried to pull his hand away, but I held on tight. I know what you've been searching for. He stared at the table, tears falling onto his untouched pasta. Are you going to tell Dad? He whispered. Number, not unless you want me to. His head snapped up, confusion in his eyes. Kevin, listen to me. Nothing, absolutely nothing about who you love could ever make me stop loving you. Nothing could ever make you less worthy of life, of happiness. But Pastor Mike says, I don't care what Pastor Mike says. I care about you, and I've been wrong, Kevin. So wrong to sit there silently all these years, letting you think that God's love has conditions. It doesn't. His shoulders began to shake as he sobbed quietly in the restaurant booth. But what about Dad? He finally asked. The question I'd been dreading. My husband's views were clear, unwavering. I don't know, I answered honestly, but I promise you, I will always stand with you. Always. Even if that means standing against Dad. 3 months after finding those searches, I finally gathered my courage and told my husband everything. I wasn't asking permission. I was telling him how it would be. His reaction was worse than I feared. He raged, quoted scripture, threatened to send Kevin to conversion therapy. When I refused, he gave me an ultimatum. If you support this sin, you're no wife of mine. I packed our bags that night.